Make sure that the camera isn't gonna bob. Alright. Controller on. I'm gonna take this KRATON out for another go today. Oh, that's the battery. And the chassis is cold. It's been sitting on my shelf in front of my AC. If y'all go to my TikTok, which I can't believe I'm saying that I actually made one, but I did. Should be the same name as my YouTube channel, just Mike's Dungeon. If y'all want to go follow me there, I do certain things with these trucks sometimes. I've developed a video series I'm doing where I pick a random part of a random truck and just go over the ins and outs of that specific part. So yesterday or the day before, I did shocks, and the fact that they are just like one-to-one real car shocks. They're oil filled, they got pistons in them that have holes, and depending on how you do things, you can adjust your rebound, dampening, and compression and all of that on these shocks, just like with a real car. So I go into depth on some details of just random ins and outs of these vehicles. Uh-oh. That's not good. What's wrong here? Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, so I've seen some people complain about this on these Arrmas. Apparently these Spectrum systems have a habit of coming unbound, which I think is what's going on here, because if you look, my receiver is bound to the controller, and I know this because I have steering, but I have no throttle or reverse. So what has happened here is the ESC, or whatever, has become unbound from here. So binding protocol. This is not what I'm looking for. I need to calibrate the ESC. So actually I'm wrong. It's come uncalibrated. So I need to recalibrate it. So we got to figure out where we are here. ESC tuning. This is for tuning. ESC LED indicator, specifications, speed control. I gotta figure out how to calibrate the ESC. Is it in the table of contents? Let's see here. Contents. Warnings. Kit overview. Recommended. Okay, so probably gonna be in radio gear, maybe? Doesn't say anything specifically on binding in there. Let's figure this out. Steering trim. Or not binding, but calibration. So this is for binding DSMR protocol. We don't want that. We want... I'm in kind of a hurry here because I want to get y'all through this so that we can start driving. So sorry about this. Oh, here we go. LED flashes red with short. No, that's not. It's real fast red. So single short pour. Really? That's single short pulse repeating. Let's try that. Throttle trim not at neutral. Whoa! How did that happen? That was way down. That was weird, wasn't it? Alright, it must have got bumped. Hold on to the rear wing just in case I had it set like that for a reason. There we go. Alright, just a throttle trim problem. See guys, this is why you keep the owner's manual. Alright, we're good. I'll bring y'all back when I get the body on. Alright, I had to run inside and put the manual up. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we're good. Alright, let's have some fun. Now I recently put some dog stakes out there, so I don't want to hit them. I did kind of a rush job mowing over here so that we could get to the jumps. I need to get a, actually I need to adjust that slide before I hit that actually. Whoops. Where are we? Gotta find it. There it is. Get out of my way, grass. It's a nice morning. Mowed the grass so that I could stay out of the tall stuff Still wound up getting into the tall stuff. Where are we on camera? Are we good? How much? There's a glare right in my eyes. Hold on a second. I think we're good. I can't tell though. Y'all let me know. I guess we'll know if this video looks like crap, huh? Man, this thing does not pull those front wheels up. So I had somebody comment on my video telling me that they seen a barbecue grate up here, and yes, that's exactly what this is. This is a barbecue grate, and this is here to keep vehicles from eroding away at the face of the jump. That's why I put that there. I just put my foot on it and bent it, and made it match the jump. And I mean, the rain will wash away the jump, but the tires on the trucks will not. So that's what that's for. It's kind of a rigged up solution to it, but yeah, it works. That was a perfect landing. Hold on, guys, my camera is messing up again. I'll bring y'all right back. I hate this camera strap. Alrighty. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. This camera strap is like some Amazon special, and it's just not very good. Look at all the grass. That was a puddle. I do need to bring this pinion gear up a notch still. I just haven't had any money or anything for parts recently. I've been having some big money issues lately. There's a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of my money is being donated to a family member who is in desperate need of it right now. So I just haven't been able to do anything lately. Man, I love this little jump. This thing is so cool. Come on, let's turn around. Get out of the tall grass. This thing's gonna be soaked again. I'm gonna have to spray the whole damn thing down with WD-40. That's a tree. Let's hit the brakes. I'm gonna try something here. Y'all have no idea how close I just got to that tree. That was full throttle. I've never hit that at full throttle before. Yeah, I could definitely use a longer gearing on it. Look at all the water in the grass. God almighty. This thing's gonna be rusted all to hell. Oh. That is so cool. Ooh, it smells like something dead over here. I'm gonna have to go look at that. The real question is, can it climb? Oh, it did pretty good. Oh, that center diff went out. Man, I don't know if y'all noticed that. If y'all could see it, the front wheels just got all the power on that. Man, I gotta thicken up that center diff fluid. Basketball. Hey! We got it. This thing is a hoot, man. With them big tires on it like that. Oh! I hit the brakes. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, that got me all wet. Oh, hold on, guys. Got a lot of grass tangled around this rear drive shaft here. Oh my God, this whole thing is gonna need to be sprayed down. This is why, when I tell you that I don't like driving my stuff in the wet, this is why. Every square inch gets soaked, and then you have problems with screws rusting out. That deadgum lightning rod. So about 15 years ago, we had a tree here that was insanely tall. And the reason this lightning rod is here is because we actually had an antenna in the top of that tree. A giant antenna. My dad, I do believe, is the one who actually put it up there. And a little bit of info on my dad. He worked in the oil field. I don't think my dad ever understood the concept of the word quit. Which is good. But we never really, and I hate to say this because, you know, that sort of thing, but we never really had the best relationship. There was, you know, there was a lot of arguments and a lot of times when we didn't see eye to eye. And yeah, if there is one thing I will say about him, he was, and still is, I can't remember how old he is, but he's not young. And he still is. He's a worker, man. He gets stuff done. That's how he is. And that's one of the reasons that me and him never really seen eye to eye or had some problems sometimes, is because he knows how to get stuff done. And he doesn't understand the idea of quit or stop or take a break or this and that. And he expects that out of other people as well. And I understand that. You run a business, you do work, you do things like this, you got to get stuff done. But some people, they ain't programmed that way. So there were times where me and him had disagreements. And sadly, it wound up in some unfortunate circumstances. But that's neither here nor there. And it's really nobody's business but mine and his. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, anyways, where I was going with this was that I do believe he's the one that climbed to the top of that tree with nothing else other than a harness and installed that antenna. He was a little on the I think he was one of the old school guys, you know. It's like I'll be damned if I'm gonna call somebody to do it, I'll get it done myself. That kind of guy, you know. And sadly, unfortunately, I'm not wired that way. See, I didn't get that from him. If I did have that from him, I'd have a lot more RC cars. I'd have a lot more money. One thing I did get from him, though, is being a jack of all trades. Man, I can do anything. Get out of my way, bucket! Blow dry it. God almighty, man. It will not pick up that front end. I need to get it on 6S. Go for another jump off the high jump over here. This thing had weeds growing up taller than me on it. I had to bring my weed eater out here and then go after it with a lawnmower. I need to check those cooling fans too, make sure they haven't come unplugged. Whoa, hello. Just said I need to check the cooling fans. See what I did there? Instead of stopping and checking them, I kept on going. Come here. I think they're still on. Still here, I'm pretty good. Let's see. All right, drive line's still free. I'm not gonna worry about getting all that crap unwrapped from over there. Oh yeah, they're still on. All right. Yeah, see how freely it still spins? So we're good. No binding. All right, let me go over here and stand in front of it again and get a view of it jumping from this side here. Hey, we pulled the front end up a little that time. Whoa, hello. I'm trying to find it. I can't see it in the grass. There we are. Man, them tires are so loud. Back through the wet grass. Oh! We kicked the up part on the thing and threw it end over end. It nosedived on me. Man, I'm amazed at just how far the technology behind these things have come over the years. I remember when I first got into this hobby, we didn't have all this brushless and lipo stuff. We were running nickel metal hydride and little brushed 540 sized was like one of the biggest things you can get. One of the torquiest motors was the brushed 540 sized cans and things like that. And now, you know, we've got these stupid high revving brushless systems running up to 8S, 12S lipo and the 5th scale stuff. And the amount of stuff this hobby has done in, I mean, hell, just 10 years is dumbfounding. It's absolutely amazing. It's gotten a lot more expensive too. All the water, man. Yeah, to put it into perspective, how long I've been in this hobby, my first RC was the 1/10 scale Traxxas Emax. And I'll tell you a funny story. So just so if anybody ever feels bad about buying one of these things and breaking it right out of the box, I'll tell you a story. So my Uncle Jerry, he's a big rig driver. He lives up in Arkansas, and he came down one year. I was real young, and he brought this nitro-powered Traxxas Revo, I do believe, and he brought a Traxxas Emax. And I was like, oh, I want to drive it, and he was like, yeah, that's why I brought it, so that y'all could have some fun with it. I took this thing after the batteries got done charging, and he had his 18-wheeler with a trailer parked right on the other side of my pa's house, which is just across the creek bed over there. And I took this thing, and within the first 30 seconds of driving, it slammed it right into the left-hand front wheel of his 18-wheeler. Destroyed the entire right side here. Ripped all the A-arms off, broke the drive shaft, just destroyed the truck. And I felt so bad. Yeah, and here's how I was as a kid, right? I was more worried about not getting to drive the truck than the fact that I broke the truck, right? And Uncle Jerry was like, no, it's cool, it happens all the time, this and that. I've jumped it off the trailer, you know, I've jumped it off the 18-wheeler trailer and broke stuff. So they went down to College Station, to a hobby town that was down there, and bought a new A-arm and drive shaft and all that, and had it up and running again. And from that point on, I was addicted to these things, because, you know, I was thinking it was like a Walmart brand, where you break it, you have to buy a whole new one. And it's not, you know. And that was the coolest thing to me. And that was my first experience with one of these. And as dumb as this sounds, they didn't just bring back parts. They brought back a whole nother truck. They brought back a Traxxas Revo 2.5, and my Uncle Jerry gave me, or gave my dad or me, I don't know, it was for the kids, the Traxxas T-Max, if I remember correctly, or Traxxas Emax. And Yeah. So my first experience with these RC cars was a freaking Nitro, which I knew nothing about, and a Traxxas E-Max that I had totaled the day before. So that was my first experience with these things, and I've been addicted to them ever since. So parents, if you don't want to spend much money, don't buy these for your kids. I knew it wasn't going to finish. I hit the gas and flattened it out. Try and save that wing. Ah! And now I just cased it right on the wing. That thing's gonna break one of these days. It's already pulled the one of the screws out of the diff housing. Man, this thing is fun. And it's a 5,000 milliamp 4S. Like, this thing, it puts in work, man. It just goes. I think there's only been 1 or 2 times that I've ever really hit LVC on it. I usually get bored out here before the battery's fully drained. Let's try another full speed pass at this jump again. One of these days I'm going to hit like that and both of those front A-arms are going to snap. I wasn't pulling the front end up. I figured hit the brakes, it'll bring it around. Thought my drive shaft was broke there. That inside right tire, yeah, left tire wasn't spinning. Try another backflip. Oh, that wasn't good. Are we okay? I got caught on the fence. That, my friend, is why you do not lock your diffs, because that would have shredded a differential if my diffs were locked, or broke a drive shaft or something. I want to check my tires, make sure I didn't cut any of them. I don't know how I got caught. Yeah. So those of you out there asking if it's a good idea to lock the diffs on a 4-wheel drive, unless it's a rock crawler, don't do it, because you'll break stuff. How did that happen? Where did I get stuck? Oh, there's no edges hanging off. That's weird. All right, let's stop hitting that. Punted the basketball again. Woo! Rocks, more rocks, shrapnel. I love that. It's like thunder, man. That is the weirdest thing to me. As a kid, I could not stand loud noises. My dad, he had a, I think it was a GMC 3/4 ton with the motor out of a Camaro in it that he and some friends built, I think. Or maybe he just built it himself. Maybe he had it built. I don't remember. All I can tell you about the engine is when you took the valve covers off, it had red rockers in it. But other than that, I don't know what was done to it. But that truck was mean, man. I don't know what type of horsepower it was pushing or anything like that, but I know that son of a gun was mean. I mean, idling in the parking lot, you could see the windows moving. He would crank it up out here in this shop, which he built out of oil rig equipment, old oil pipes and stuff. He'd crank it up out here in this shop, and you could hear it from the next door neighbor's house. You could, yeah. And just standing here, you could feel it in your chest. It was a bad truck, man. Just such a bad truck. I think it had a Camaro motor in it. It was some type of V8. And I know he got it out of another car he had laying around. And rebuilt it, put it all back together. Tell you a funny story about that truck. So the stereo in it, I was not grounded properly. And the reason I know this is because it had a whine coming through the speakers, which I still don't know what it was. I've been told it was the alternator, like the electricals in the alternator working. But anytime you got on the gas, you could hear the radio go wee and get louder and louder. It was the funniest thing. I'll never forget that noise. And standing here in the shop with my ears covered while he was running it. I'll never forget that. I think that's what got me into cars, was that truck. Of course, I was always a Ford guy and always will be. But I ain't got nothing against Chevys. Some bad cars. The Corvette C8 they came out with, the mid-engine one. Finally built something that can whoop up on the Ford GT. Old school 65 Mustang. Yeah, it's my type of cars. Old school American muscle. Battery's getting a little low. That fire was burning 2 days ago, so it might still be a little hot. Can we get it up here? Come on. One of these days I'll get that porch cleaned off. It's not as bad as it looks. It's just an old washer and dryer. This house likes to burn up appliances for some reason. That's a joke. We've been through 2 or 3 washers and dryers, and the reason is because stuff today is not capable of handling the type of loads that we put in it. So we wind up burning stuff up. I just had a weird smell. Let me check my temps on my battery and motor and stuff here. Well, it's not too bad. I can hold my middle finger on the can for a couple seconds. We're good. Oh my God, this video is 23 minutes already. Holy cow, guys. You know what? I was just about to say I ain't even worried about it. I ain't uploaded in a while. We're gonna run it to LVC. But that's it right there. That's low voltage. Oh, what timing. All right. I think that's LVC. We got a slow blinking red light. Yeah, I think that's LVC. Because that motor's barely even hot. Unless the ESC is warm. Oh no, the ESC is fine. All right, yeah, it's low voltage. All right. Yeah, that's full throttle. That's definitely LVC. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. Guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you prefer to be called. I ain't, discriminating against nobody. I say guys because it's just, when I started doing this, it's something I started saying, it's something I got used to. Just take it as a universal term and don't get offended by it, please. I would say folks, but that would show my southern side. Yep, I'll show y'all what happens when you take these things through water. So where you at? There we go. So check this out. I told y'all last time I drove this, I got it all wet. I was gonna spray it down with a coat of WD-40, right? Well, I missed some spots. And you can see how rusted these screws in here are. I missed all of that. I got all of the rotating joints, everything, but I missed some of the screws, so now I got rust. This is why I usually don't drive these things in the wet, because more times than not, no matter what you do, you miss spots. And while the drive line is okay, I got some rusted screws that are probably going to strip next time I try to take them out, which is going to suck. You can tell I've already cut a slot in my motor mount screw here, because these are soft bolts, and the Allen wrenches that they provide you with for these things are also really soft. And first time trying to adjust the gear mesh, motor mount bolts stripped. So I had to cut a slot in it with a Dremel. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to go get all of this, you know, that got to get all that cleaned off and get this thing dry, or else I'm gonna have more problems with rust. This is why I don't like driving my stuff in the wet. But did it for y'all. I needed to get a video out, and yeah, screw it. Not too bad of a job. Alright, well, thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a great day.